Hello, it's PunkBune and welcome to my tutorial on how I edit my clips so that I can post them on TikTok or YouTube or wherever I want to post them. This is kind of not scripted, so I apologize if I sound a little weird. I didn't jot this all down. It's not a scripted tutorial. I'm just going to be going over what I do. It isn't too hard, so I don't think I'll need a script, but yeah, just apologies if I sound weird. So to start off with, we start off on your Twitch page. This is really good if you are using Twitch. If not, you can still do it. It's just a little bit more trickier, but Twitch, I love the way that their clips are set up because they do have a portrait or a mobile version, and I will show you that. So let's click on my clips. So you want to start off by going through your VODs and clipping anything funny, anything that makes you laugh, anything that makes other people laugh. That is what I start off with. I rewatch my VODs, which makes me laugh, and I will clip the best parts of it. So that's where you really want to start. And then once you do that, you can click on your clips and you can edit them. So this is that portrait version, which is like the mobile. You have options to split screen it, so you can still see your VTuber and the screen. This will change the aspects of these boxes depending on where this slider is. So if you need to see more of your VTuber, you can drop this down. It will change the aspect of this box though. If you want to see more of your screen, you can do it that way. Or you can just, if you really want to focus on just your screen, you can just click the full. Or if you just want to focus on your VTuber, you can click that as well, and you can always zoom in and out and change that. So you start off that way, pretty much set it up how you want it to be, and then you'll hit apply. I'm going to hit cancel because I want to keep it the way it was. After you've done that and it looks good this way, you want to save your clip and you want to download it, which is through the share button. You'll have the option to download your landscape, which is this version, or the portrait version, which is that one that looks like the mobile version. So I would download that. And then once you do that, we're going to move on to our program, which I utilize, CapCut. So we have CapCut open. Going to ask us to update because a good chunk of the times they keep their program updated. And they are always adding new features, which is awesome. This is a really nice video editor. I think a good chunk of people use it now. They do have a Pro version, and there is a lot of extra features that you can utilize using the Pro version. I do not. I'm still a freebie. I use all of the free features. So we're going to create a project. It is going to open up like this. If it doesn't look like this, you may have to change the way that it looks, but I believe when you first start, it pops up like this. I don't think I've messed with anything. You can upload your files here. So let's go ahead and upload a file. All right. So I have uploaded a file, but it's not in our timeline. Let's go ahead and add it to the timeline. And since it's already in that aspect ratio, we don't really have to worry about it. But if you are loading, like if you have a regular I'm just gonna upload my opening, which is a regular video version. If you have a regular video version and you need it in that file size, you normally, if you load it, it will automatically load into this ratio, but you can switch it by hitting ratio and clicking on the proper ratios, which I do the 9:6 so that it's nice and crisp. There is the 3:4 and the other ones, but those aren't as good. 9:16 normally is the best mobile. It's the best for posting to TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and such. So I would suggest using that one. And you can zoom in so that the whole video is on there. If there is a spot, so let's say you want to focus on your character. There's some movements or something going on here that you want to focus on. You can move it. So let's get her. She popped up right here. So let's move it here. I always try to make sure that this line and this line is blue whenever I'm moving this, because that means that it is within the screen. You won't get any of these black borders like if I had it up here. So that is something to take note of. So let's say I wanted to start out and I wanted to see her, and we can hit this button, which is a keyframe. It will notate that this is the frame it should be on at this particular time. So she's sliding. She's off screen, but I still want to see her. I want to just move with it. So I can move it like this. Add a keyframe. Move it. Add a keyframe. She's not totally in the middle. Let's go ahead and get her centered here. Add a keyframe. And so when you play this, it will keep her in the middle. So let's say if you had a short or something, so let's get rid of this. And you wanted to zoom in on something. So like there's nothing really going on right here. Let's say I just wanted to zoom in on my model. You can click the video, zoom in. If you need to get more of a zoom, make sure your whole thing is zoomed out. You can zoom in. That way she is completely on there. And then if you want to zoom back into the action, so let's say something funny is about to happen right here. We can go back, zoom back out. You can always reset and then add a keyframe. But we didn't add a keyframe at the beginning, so let's redo this. Let's zoom back in. Let's remember to add a keyframe. Okay. So we added those keyframes, so when we play, it will zoom in and be at the screen when the action happens. If you need it to go to that faster, you know, you can go back. If you want to focus on her until the action happens, you can add another keyframe. Before the action happens. So let's get rid of these keyframe. Let's get rid of this keyframe too. So this is how it's zoomed in. There's action about to happen here, but we want to keep seeing her until the very specific moment that it happens. So we'll hit the keyframe, go a little bit to where the action's gonna happen, reset. Oh, do not reset. I'm sorry. You can undo that. I thought it was just gonna reset the thing, but it doesn't. Okay, easier way. You can do 100. You can do 100 and that will bring it back to the correct ratio. And you just do it in the middle. So now the action's happening, everything's on the screen. So you start off, you see your VTuber, that's all you see for that period of time, and then boom, here's the action. So that's what that kind of looks like. So that is adding keyframes and kind of zooming in and out on something. If you want to like focus in on the action, you can do it that way too. So many cool things. So CapCut also has a lot of cool editing features too. If there is like something went off, there was an explosion or something, they have effects. You can look for like a shake effect, which will shake up the whole thing. So let's say there was an explosion here and I just wanted to draw more attention to it. So I can add this effect here. I can choose the time. So like if it's just a little boom, it can be like boom. If I wanted to add a sound, I use instant sounds. So you can download like a boom sound. So let's look up boom. And let's say you wanted this, which is that Vine boom sound, which is this. You can click at this. Not that. You want to click on the link and you can download it. And then once you download it, you can add it in here. And then you can add this sound at the same point. You can also make this quicker or sound different with the sound editing that they have in here too. If you don't care about exactly how it sounds, if you want it to be a little bit shorter, like I don't want that full boom, you can edit it and just fade it out a little. Here are some of the effects that you can add to any of the like anything you add in here. Like if you have a song clip or something that you're adding in here, these are some effects you can use also. Or if you want to edit the sound of your video too, you can use these. So those are options too. Anything with this purple heart is something that you will need the pro version for. So I think that's about that. Just to run through, so audio, they do have some options for their own audio that they have in here. I kind of avoid this and just download any audio that I need so that I know that it's copyright free. It's not going to give me a strike or anything. Most of these are copyright free, but I like being able to choose my own, and sometimes searching can be a little bit hard, but this is an option. And they do have sounds too. I have used their sounds. So like you see, I've looked up a swoosh, so they have some swooshy sounds. There was a part where I needed like a cut, like a sword kind of swish, so I used something. Here are some swooshes. But yeah, they do have sound effects and stuff here too if you don't want to go to like one of the websites and download sounds. They just won't have more of the very popular meme sounds and such. I think it's pretty rare for them to have it in here. I haven't seen that, so just be aware of that. They do have a copyright checker. I haven't used it, but apparently that's a thing. So just point that out as well. If you need to add text to your video, so like if you are saying something and you want it to pop up on your short, you have the option to add text. So let's just say I'm saying, hello. What are y'all doing? You can like put this on the screen and you can add animation to kind of guide it to the sound of your speech. So like if I was saying it really slow, you can use, what's the best one that I use? There is one. It's like faded in. Where is it? I've used this one. There's one that's a little bit better. They have so many options. You can favorite them to make it a bit easier to find. I keep forgetting to do that. This is it. Okay. So let's say I'm saying this, but I'm saying this slower than what it's showing. You can change the duration.
I said shut up and I died immediately.
So it'll go slower. Or if you need it to break up. So let's just say I'm saying hello, what? And then need what are y'all doing in the next one. You can make 2 of them. Or if I wanted to change the placing that this line was on, you could do it this way too. So yeah, those are some of the text editing features. There are stickers, which I use if there's a spot or something that I don't want shown, or if I want to show an emotion or something, you can add like hearts and stuff like that. I normally use it for like censoring stuff. So like if I didn't want this border, I would pick like a box or something that kind of vibes still with the same clip, and add it in here and just kind of put it in. So like if I didn't want that showing, I could add that, add a border. There are also frames. There's frames, so like cool effects and such. If I wanted to add a little frame or something. Yeah, just, or even if there's something going on. So like, let's say for example, that explosion or something. You can look up the boom boom and or not. they don't have it. I guess I gotta be safe for like a lot of things too. Ah, okay. So let's say there was a boom. You can add this sticker, set it for the amount of time, and you also have animation. So like if you wanted it to pop up just for that boom, you can pop it up. And then you can change the way it comes out too, or you can do looping animations for it. I just want it to come in and bounce out. So it'll look like this. You also have effects. This affects your whole video. This will affect your quote-unquote body. It doesn't really do well with VTubers, but if you have a more human VTuber, sometimes it will pop up. So let's use. So yeah, that one's not able to track my VTuber. It doesn't work. But I use a good chunk of the video effects. So let's say this boom. I wanted something cool. Let's do this. You can zoom in. There are zoom effects too. And if you need this faster, they do have options for editing these effects too. So you need it faster, you can add the fastness of it. So it'll look like this. Transitions are if you are transitioning in between clips. So like if you have two clips, but you wanted to put it together I've done that before where I didn't need the whole fluff in the middle. I like the timing of both of the separate clips, but I wanted to put them together. So let me just splice this. So these are two separate clips, but I wanted to keep them together. So these are two separate events that happened. You can use some cool effects to transition. So you can do that. Let's get rid of this so it shows a little bit more. And then let's add this transition again. So it'll look like this. So it shows that it's a different clip or a different part of the video or even separate video, just something else that's funny. If you're doing like a compilation clip, you can do something like that. There's a whole bunch. Again, these little purple hearts are the paid ones. There are a lot of pro features. So if you do find yourself utilizing or wanting to utilize those, definitely get the pro. But I don't think it's too expensive. I think it's a subscription base though. Captions I have not used because they are paid. Filters are if you want it to make your whole clip, if you wanted to change the filter of it. So if I wanted to change it to more vibrant, just like you would with pictures and such, it will only work for the part. So like if I put this filter on this, it will pop it up like this. It will not automatically attach it to this. So you can stretch it to make it on both of them. Haven't used adjustments, haven't used templates, and I haven't used AI avatars. So can't really help you with those, but that is what I do for my clips. I keep them under a minute so that I can post them everywhere. If they are over a minute, I try to cut out some of the fluff or anything that I don't need any in there. So like if there's breaths or a moment of silence or something, try to trim it down as best as you can. I think most of them are more than a minute now, so you can go over a minute, but I still try to stick to the 1 minute just to also keep attention on it, because I think most people will stay in for the minute. They're like, I can spend a minute of my time looking at this person's clip. It's cute. It caught my eye. I happen to be scrolling by. They might just watch for that 1 minute. So there's another tip from PunkBune. But yes, you want to export it. You have options to export it as a video. If you just want the audio, you can download the audio too. There's a GIF, but it doesn't really work that great, at least in my opinion. And a lot of the resolutions and stuff are, you have to have the pay. So I've used the audio, I've used the video. So that is that. That's how I do it. And then I just upload it on the things. If this has helped you, please let me know in the comments below. And be sure to let me know if you make any shorts or any kind of TikToks and stuff. If you have a TikTok or an account that you share anything with, let me know. I'll watch. I am a scroller. Anyways, but yeah, I hope this has helped you. And I will see y'all in the next video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.